Kissing to God, giving him all the glory, all the honor, all the praises. Thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you, God, for the do over, for another day to get it right, for life, health, strength, family, and friends. Thank you for the brand new grace and brand new mercies that you allow, Father. And if we have the opportunity to say, I'm sorry, Lord, please allow the opportunity because I'm sorry can restore and recover a whole lot of things. If we can just say it, right? Try to pull teeth. But I'm so grateful to be with you today. My name is Jennifer Brooks. I am your Southern Belle. Today, as I promised yesterday, I'm coming on with what men want. And this coming in from Dr. John Howard Wesley, Howard John Wesley, from the Alpha Street Church. And I'm gonna put it down in my comment if you want to watch it because I can't give you everything that they said because I want to say it's like 30, 40 minutes, but I just picked out little stuff here and there. You know, I always put my twist on everything. I'll come out with something, I put my own little spin on it. But they was talking to three young pastors about what men want. He spoke to men in a biblical sense, and then he spoke to them as, it's not the man, not the pastor, but the man from behind the cloth. And very, very interesting conversation that he had. And I think what really stopped me was Pastor Francois was up there, and he used to be the pastor at Mount Zion Baptist Church, which is 5 minutes away from here. And he was one of the guys on the panel that was talking. And I said, what my niece is called Little Milk Dog talking about? So, so it made me stop to watch him. All right. And the one question he asked is, why are you single? And he was saying, is it because of, the godly thing, or is it because of choice, or is it because of consequences? And most of them said this, basically the same thing, choice and consequences. One guy said that it was a combination because he was trying to wait to figure himself out. Because he said while he's in his, up until like his late 20s, he was doing him. He said, but once he became older, he said that he wanted someone to grow with, someone that understood him, someone that he could enjoy, because when he was in his earlier stages, he said that's all he thought women was worrying about was his clothes, how he looked, how deep his pockets was. He said so he became the protector. He said so sometimes he might have been overprotective because he felt like, and like most men, once you're my woman and you're my property. So he said he had to get out of that about himself. But the other one said consequences because he said of the shame of his colored past. His past wasn't the greatest. He said, so what woman want to take on that? Because sometimes that past sneaks up on you in a way. So he said he had a colorful past. He said, and he just didn't know that women could look beyond that. He said, because women are always taught or always said, know your worth, but you don't say that to the man. A lot of men know their worth also. So men need to know their worth too. He said, but they only like uplift the women. They forget all about the men and their worth. And whereas Francois, he was like consequences and choices too. He said because he needed to outgrow his underlying selfishness. He said he was selfish. He was more thinking about his accolades, his branding, he's a pastor, he did this, he did that. He was trying to build that before settling down or before getting with someone, but he needed somebody that could understand that. So they all said they're single because of their choices and because of the consequences. And then he was asking, do you think that there's one mate for you? Do you think that God has one person for you? And all three of them said basically the same thing. No, they really don't. One said he realized, or he thinks it's you get your mate in the season that you should. It's a certain season that you should find your mate. The other one said he feels that you deal with multiple souls. So once you realize the soul that matches your soul, that's how you find the mate. And the third one said you find your mate when you are settled yourself and when you're good with your purpose and you feel like that mate can enhance you. So he's looking another way. He even said that he don't mind if the woman chase him. You know how sometimes they say men don't want a woman chasing them. Pastor Francois said he don't mind that. He was cutting up, you know that, right? He said, and then they I think they was putting it against the Adam and Eve thing, and then they started putting it against the Jacob and the Leah thing and the Rachel thing. How Jacob loved Rachel more, but he was made to marry Leah. So they was using biblical characters trying to explain what men want. And then it said, one guy said, "Is the woman the answer to the problem?" He said, "That I don't have." He said, "Sometimes the women comes with the problems, but not a problem solver." And then one said that the character, then they said, like, unequally, he said, then the characters of all of them, they all had the same answer. They want a secure woman. And my take on that is good luck with that, because we've been beat down, and not just women, men too. Sometimes we've been beaten down so bad with the wrong person that when the right person come along, we don't even recognize them. And when he say secure, they say the most beautiful woman is a secure woman. And one of the preachers said, everyone has an idea of what they want or what they feel like they should have. And you have an idea of your marriage. You have an idea of the woman you want to be with. You have an idea of the mate that you want to be with. And it's all a fantasy sometimes, because you have an idea, but the idea isn't the person that you get sometimes. He said, and the other one said he hates when a woman feel like with a power couple. He said he don't want a woman already, mapped out the whole relationship before it even got started. Give it time to grow. And it is said you don't, and then one of the guys said some women don't know how to have fun, because sometimes once they see you in the cloth, or a minister or a preacher, they don't know how to have fun beyond that. Men say that they're stereotyped as dogs. Men, they said that they're stereotyped as not being willing to be with someone. And I think that's what mess up a whole lot of things for relationships, or for a man or for a woman. So a man wants a secure woman. A man wants a woman that sees beyond his branding, as they say. They want you to see the man. A man wants a woman who can settle with them and to enhance their life and to make them better. And it's almost like, okay, we can understand that a woman wants that too, but this was talking about what a man wants. And it goes beyond that. But like I said, I'm just giving you little nuggets of what they were talking about. I will leave in my comments, what I'm talking about, and you can go and look for yourself. And I'm sorry, then you can go into some of the other things that they said. And I thought it was very interesting. I thought it was very good. I really enjoyed it. But that's your answer, ladies. Good luck. Happy hunting. If you think anybody needs to hear this, please share it. My name is Jennifer Brooks. I am your Southern Belle. Continue to come on, continue to like, continue to comment, and tell me what you think, okay? Everybody, y'all have a blessed day now you're here. God bless.